Page 68, Looking Glass River. A very beautiful little piece they've written here. On page 68, they're introducing you to a type of broken chord pattern called an Alberti bass. Very old pattern, used a lot in classical music. Beethoven, Mozart used a lot in their music. It's where you have a triad. They have an F chord, that's fine. 3-note chord. And the pattern is bottom, top, middle, top. That's it. Bottom, top, middle, top. The idea is when you play it quick enough, you can hear all the notes. And because it's a broken chord pattern like this, we can sustain it. We can keep it going. Where if I just play the chord, it dies away. But this way, I can sustain it. And you still hear the notes. Sounds better with pedal. But I can sustain it. You'll get Alberti bass patterns, and if you're into improvising, try it out sometimes. It's kind of interesting the way it works. You would think, okay, the thumb's awfully busy. And I'm just rotating here. But the thumb doesn't mind. Because I'm rotating. You know, in the right hand, if I do it, the little finger's going, but again, I'm rotating. I'm just doing that. And so it doesn't mind. I'm just passing weight from one finger to the other. Here. Some ba 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 ba. And it ba ba is just fine. Takes a little practice. Don't go as fast as I'm going. I've been doing it for a long time, but you'll get the idea. It's used in this river thingy. So let's talk about this river thingy. I look it over. It's a page and a line long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. The key signature is 1 flat. We're in the key of F major. Make sure you're doing the scale for F major, and go ahead and do the scale for D minor also, because it has 1 flat in its key signature. And 4/4 time signature. So let's take it one hand at a time, because things are happening here. Right hand, you're starting here. It's 1, 2. Did you notice all those notes happen to be an F chord? Just another broken F chord. 1, 2. The thumb comes down here, and that's just an 8th note. 1 and 2 and 3 and. And then for measure 3, we're going to do an F scale, but we're starting on E, an extra note. So we're going to start on 2, 1. This gives us our extra note. It's just an F scale, and then you lift down, do it again. Okay, measure 9. You're up here. You have 1 beat rest to come up here. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. Cross over. 2 and. And cross over again. So you keep having to cover 6 notes in these things, and this is one way. We just cross over for 1 note. That's fine. Ideally, with the sequence coming down, starting measure 9, that's a sequence going down. We'd like to finger all of those patterns the same, but the black note gets in the way and it doesn't work. I end up here. So to avoid putting the thumb on there, we have to do that. And then we can continue. We're just adjusted because of the black key. I tell you this because in other pieces you may get sequences and you're trying to finger it the same way, and sometimes the black key gets in the way and you have to adjust. Left hand, well, the left hand's got the Alberti bass here. And next, second measure is here. See, we could have done here with a 5/7 C7, but this is also a C7. I mean, there's 4 notes in that chord, and so instead of using this one, they're using this one. That's fine. So then we put the hands together, and I'll probably hesitate. I don't care. That's fine. I just want to know here, and then here. And here, and here. And then the scale, and then here. Come back down. So I go through and I put the hands together. Then I go back over it slowly and carefully and get rid of the hesitation. So it's a steady beat. Speed isn't important right now, but no hesitations. And once I can do that, then I'll take care of the articulation. We have phrasing in the right hand, but you have rest between the phrases, so you have to lift up. So it's built in for you. However, on measure 9, here, lift up, lift up, lift up. Each one of those short little sentences, we just lift, like taking a breath. You're cutting the half note just a little bit short so you can lift up. That's fine. The left hand, just connect it. There's nothing marked here. There's no slurs or nothing. So normally what we do in today's music is we would connect it. You can disconnect it, experiment with it. You want it disconnected? It depends on the piece and the mood of the piece and the feeling you're trying to get across. This, I think, is really intended to be smooth, like a mirror smooth. Then the dynamics. MP at the beginning is mezzo piano. That's the melody, it's the right hand. And you get the hairpins, go up and back down. Go, there, and then back down. So, and then measure 3, you're going to go up. You go up to here, and then back down. You do that, so you put in the dynamics. So measure 9, you're moderately loud here. Yeah, and the left hand's just staying out of the way throughout this whole thing. Now, the last 2 measures, they give that swell in the middle of this. We'll look in the middle of the hairpins, at what notes are there, and that's your target. You're going to go to there and then come back off. So you're up and then back down. It's a felt thing. Get to where you can feel these dynamics. Speed, andante, again, that's just a leisure stroll. It's the feel of a... somewhere in there, but it needs to be accurate now, so don't go faster than that. That makes the 8th notes go a little quick. See, the 8th notes are going to want to slow it down a little bit. But these half notes and quarter notes are going to want to speed it up. So you got to find somewhere that fits both. Now, just a little bit about form. You see, they've labeled the sections for you. At the bottom of page 69, they tell you it's an A, A1, B, A1 form. Let's just briefly talk about that. The sections, we use letters. And we start with A and B and C and go through there. And when a section is very similar to another section, we use the same letter but give it a number. That shows that it's almost the same. So section A at the beginning. Then section A1, well, this is going to be a little bit different. And the difference is at the end. The measure 8 here. We didn't come down. We changed it. Well, it would be an A1 because it's a little bit different. And then section B starts at measure 9, and then on measure 13 we get section A1 again. Now, a little bit about form. If it's a really long piece, because these sections then could be pages long, and when you go to learn the piece, you break it up into sections, and you learn a section at a time or so. And just focus on a section. Forget the rest of it, just one section and get it. And then the next, and then the next, or whatever. And then you go put them all together. Now they've added optional pedal on here. Normally when I would say optional, okay, leave it out. That's just automatic. That people pedal too much. But this gives me an excuse to talk about the pedal a little more. The idea isn't, well, you just use the pedal when the music says to and don't worry about it. I disagree with that approach, I really do. You can approach it that way if you want to, but I disagree. I don't teach that. To me, pedaling is an individual thing. You have to learn to listen and get the effect you want with the pedal. You experiment. When you pedal for a reason or more. There could be more than one reason. If you don't know why you're pedaling, then leave it out. That's true. You always learn a piece without pedal first. That's just standard. That way the hands and fingers are always doing what they're supposed to do. They have a few markings in pedal, suggestions here, pedal, okay. However, if you're going to use optional pedal, maybe there's other places you would like to pedal too. We have to experiment and see. We have to listen to the sound. They're showing pedal at the beginning. Now, this is a very sweet, calm piece, so I'm going to start the sound before I release the dampers. So I'm going to play the note first and then the pedal. So it's here, there. I'm going to start the sound here. And they're pedaling the first measure. And lift it up right after I play the notes in the next measure. Again. We're not pedaling that. Then they're also pedaling measure 9 and 10, 11 these. And I totally disagree with that. I don't want that. Ugh. Because this other's been so nice and clean. Why do I want to do this now? I mean, maybe it's contrast. Maybe we like contrast. Maybe you want it to be blurry all of a sudden. Yeah. Maybe on the second measure here, maybe I can pedal the half note. Just pedal that. So I'm changing the pedal at the first bar line rather than lifting up here at the beginning. That I could do that. Then the same thing on measure 4, measure 3. Don't pedal measure 3. Ugh. And pedal this. Just pedal the half note. Then again. Pedal that. Yeah, see, measure 8, I pedal the first 3 beats. Rest. And then on measure 9 here, I would only pedal the half notes. Measure 12, pedal the half note, and then here again, change, and then pedal the last measure. Or maybe because you're getting softer and it's at the end, maybe you don't pedal the last measure. Yeah, that works that way too. It depends on the sound you're after. So you experiment with different kinds of pedaling, different things at different areas. What if I pedal this, or I don't pedal this, or change pedal here but not here, whatever. What sound do you like? I would prefer, we'll just leave pedal out on. Yeah, just leave pedal out, it's fine. Now please don't copy me. You don't have to take it at that speed. You can experiment with the pedal and the dynamics and feeling. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2. 1. 1, 2, 3. Feel these dynamic, feel the natural accents and everything, really. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do louds and softs. I'm certainly not going to do the pedal. I'll give us 4 counts. Just real slow, just to make sure you have all the right notes at all the right times. And don't try this until you can play it through okay with no hesitations, or it won't work. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1. Rest. Rest.